Latino labor leaders in Los Angeles say workers at major retailers like Walmart are facing hazardous working conditions and are getting paid very little in return. They say a new report released by the National Employment Law Project shows how much damage Walmart is causing communities. The report, titled Chain of Greed, blames the world's largest retailer for using its influence to hurt workers across the country.
The working conditions in the warehouse industry are far worse than we initially thought.
The report says Walmart is now outsourcing most of its supply chain to third-party contractors. These contractors rely on temporary warehouse workers, who are mostly Latino, to unpack and reload items onto trucks.
They work up to 16 hours a day with no overtime pay. And the wages are low, minimum wage, and oftentimes below minimum wage, which are clear labor law violations.
Walmart officials say that most of the centers in the country are owned and operated by the company and not run by third-party contractors. But labor leaders say Walmart encourages domestic outsourcing because it reduces costs.
Walmart actually, I think, depends on this exploitation, these violations of basic labor laws in order to make the profit that it does.
Walmart officials say they expect distribution centers to comply with all labor laws. Labor officials say they want to see the company step up and make sure the laws are being enforced.
It's not asking too much for a worker to get $8 an hour minimum wage and overtime after $8 an hour with all the billions of dollars that Walmart makes.
The report calls for Walmart to adopt a more responsible contractor policy that would end abusive conditions. It also calls for better enforcement of existing laws and expanding them to include warehouse workers. Labor officials say they will use the findings in this report to build momentum toward a march scheduled for June 30th. They say thousands of workers will take to the streets of Los Angeles to protest corporations like Walmart and to demand improvements to their working conditions. Ross Frazier, Press TV, Los Angeles.